VEGETA, GETA. GETA. VEGETA, GETA, Ghost NAPPA. There's something strange. There's something strange in your neighborhood. Guess who it is? Ghost NAPPA. VEGETA, GETA. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to actually sing for longer there, but you know, it is weird when you don't have the music on here, so let's turn the music back on. There we go, by saying yes. Boom. So, I want to talk about my character. So I got the game on the 15th of May 2025. So I've had it now for like it's what is it today? 15th was when I got it, and then 16 was yesterday. Yeah, it's the 17th today and stuff that. So yeah, got to level 22 and stuff that. I haven't done much of the main quest. I've only done the sewer spot, and I've done the getting up to getting basically to quadges, and not closing any of the Oblivion gates yet because I wanted to make sure that I was high enough level. I know that level between 17 and 19 I think is enough for the greatest black type of sigil stones to appear in the thing and stuff that. So yes, I went with Breton of course because Breton is usually the best race in the game. Like, it's not even close. But it kind of depends on what type of build you are. You can of course use whatever race you want, but like for certain specific builds, like Bretons are absolutely the best. But it's just and especially when combined with Lord Sign. Now Lord Sign, if I remember correctly, in the original it actually gave you weakness to magic in the Lord Sign, I believe, and stuff that. So the Lord Sign was actually way worse than it is now. So it has a constant chill effect, which basically is like armor rating by 15 basically. It has the 15% resist magic. But then, for example, if you go into active effects here, for example, for 5 Magicka, you get a cost 50 extra points to Magicka from being a Breton. You get the Breton magic resist of 50%, so this stacks up with the lower bird sign. It's not exactly, I believe, 65% like resistance you get from it. But for example, if you wear 3 of those type of, like if you wear 3 rings that like increase your magic resist, for example, then you can reach the maximum amount of magic resist, which I believe is 75%. Maybe it's more than that, but there's a certain amount of magic resist you can reach. But the best thing is basically magic resistance is not the same thing as being a complete immune to spells. There is a way to actually get complete immune to spell, but then you need a certain type of, I believe it's some sort of magic shield spell that you need basically in order to do it and stuff. That's yes. That you can do, for example, says low bird sign is really good because of that. You can see there that it has the shield effect there, or 15% there from the shield, and 15% of course also with the resist magic and stuff that, and then with the Breton magic resist. But that's not all, of course. I have been, like, when it comes to the major skills, I choose of course to make a Saiyan class, and I went with armor, block, blunt, heavy armor, alchemy, destruction, restoration. This alchemy is just something you want on pretty much no matter what build it is. You want alchemy because alchemy potions can be worth quite a lot, and eventually once your alchemy gets high enough, you can of course like combine like several potions to like get several effects. So for example, you could restore health and fatigue at the same time, for example, and stuff that's yeah. And the better your potions are, of course, you want to make sure, of course, that you have each of the type of stuff here. Like you want to have a calcinator, you want to have a mortar and pestle, and then you also want the type of the thing that's further down here, which is basically you want an alembic and a retort as well. Alembic and retort. Aside from the other one, because when you go in here, when you press X on it, for example, then you press R3 here, for example, use the mortar and pestle to combine 2 or more ingredients to create a potion. The retort increases the magnitude and duration of all positive effects of the potion. The alembic decreases the magnitude and duration of negative side effects in potions. And the calcinator increases the magnitude and duration of all effects, both positive and negative. So yes, so they do affect quite a bit and stuff that, and you want to make potions when with all of them. I didn't do that at first, and basically it's easier to get stuff. But this is the equipment I'm currently using here and stuff like that. So yes, I'm using an ebony battle axe, which sometimes glitches out like that. So you have to do that basically. And yeah, and while, for example, those were my major skills, the first skill that I got up to 100 was actually the security, because in one of the warrior guild halls there is a chest, or there is a display case with nothing in it. That is one of those hard locks. And I forgot what it was that affected this, or if that hard lock is always that way, because basically one of the tumblers are already up. And if one tumbler is already up, basically, then that means that you don't have to unlock it. Then you move over the cursor, you move over the thing to where that the tumbler that's already been unlocked is, and then you go there and you just smash the shit out of the X button. Now I didn't go for the 100 security like immediately and stuff like that. My sneak is pretty bad. Although I did sneak a lot in the tutorial, because I spent kind of around an hour making the character, and then the tutorial took like another hour because I wanted to make sure that I picked up everything. I didn't want to throw anything away. And basically, when you're moving that slow, then from being over encumbered, then it's better to sneak all the time, so you can get some pretty decent sneak. And my class sign, it is a bit bad that you can see the class sign here. Here that it doesn't show up here and stuff that, which is a bit sad, of course, because the symbol that was here, of course, was the Nightblade symbol and stuff that, which I went with. For example, like when you should make your custom class, you should always have like the symbol, in my opinion, the symbol that has to do with the class that he thinks that you are and stuff. That's yes. But yeah, and you can see for the manuscripts here, for example, you have Conjuration at 78 now, Acrobatics at 31, Security at 100, Mercantile at 50, stuff that, because Mercantile you will use level up from just like selling a lot of stuff, and yes. But it means the potions are a very good way of increasing it, but also the more expensive something is, I believe that actually does affect how much it sells for and stuff that. Speedcraft, one thing that I wish that they would have made is so that bribing would have actually leveled up your speedcraft, because I do bribe the majority of the time and just bribe someone if I want to lower prices and stuff that. But yeah, but you can of course use spam if you don't care about blocking the characters lacking you or not and stuff that. Then you can use to do the whole speedcraft, like used to do the thing and stuff that, to try and increase it that way and stuff that. But yeah. So with Conjuration, for example, my Conjuration was of course pretty low, even though I'm a Breton and stuff like that. So I went with casting, casting of course custom spell. So I cast Brokey first, because I thought that okay, like the Bound Dagger 1 second would be good, because then you can spam it. But that really didn't increase the bound skill at all. But Bound Dagger, of course, it was more expensive before, but basically then you use 9 here, it was something like 15 or whatever. But yeah. But I made Brokey 2, which was for like 5 seconds, then I made a Brokey 3 and stuff that, and I should have done that from the start. So you want to immediately, as soon as you can, if you want to level up Conjuration, you create a Bound Dagger that is 18 seconds, because that is longer than a 15-second one. And then basically you cast it, you rest, you cast, you rest, you wait, basically. So you cast the spell once, you wait, and then you lose the thing. And make sure that you're quote-unquote that you don't have any weapons quote-unquote equipped, because there is an animation that you can cycle through. Or, well, you don't really need to. You basically do the cast, rest, and you can rest even while the cast is going on and stuff. That's yeah. Now eventually, of course, once you reach 25, then I created some NAPPA here. So that I created some NAPPA for 37 seconds there and stuff that, which now costs 28, but it was more expensive then and stuff that. And then once I got it up to 50, I made Skeleton NAPPA, which costs 62 right now and stuff that. So you can, for example, like, let me just show you here. So we can cast it 3 times now at this point. You rest. Cast it 3 more times. And of course, the more expensive a spell is, the quicker the thing actually goes up and stuff that. So we can see there, you can keep doing this. It's over and over and over again and stuff that, you know. Of course, the more I would have at this point actually created maybe a higher spell and stuff that, but you shouldn't basically because, like, yes, just getting off 2 casts, you might say that, oh, that is good enough. For example, only getting off 2 casts, but if you do the 2 casts, that feels a lot slower basically. If you can only do 2 casts and stuff that, yeah. But the spell cost is really, really what matters a lot and stuff that. So, you know, like getting the final ones here can take a long time and stuff that. Now, currently, I don't have any cash really at all. I only have 95 there and stuff that, but yeah. But it is, of course, fairly easy to make cash once you're like high enough level because stuff that bandits even drop are going to be good. And keep in mind that quote-unquote dungeons and stuff that do respawn, as well as like certain chests inside dungeons do respawn as well, which is really good, you know, stuff that because you can go, for example, hunting for medical items inside certain like dungeons and stuff that's, yeah. Because keep in mind that ebony gear, especially like ebony weapons and stuff, that are worth quite a lot. Like, for example, Battle Axe is about 2,100. But that 2,100 is, for example, if you're, I believe, it has to do with your mercantile, I believe, if you want to get the maximum amount of like cost from something, right? If I read the mercantile description here. Blah, blah, blah. You always buy and sell items at the best price possible and stuff like that, so yeah, you need to level up the mercantile there, so yeah. Yeah. So you can just do this over and over again, for example, and yes, I want to make sure that I reach, of course, that I reach under intelligence here, so you can see here the stats spread that I have currently and stuff like that, yes. You want to make sure though that you wait with luck, the furthest and stuff that. Now there might be people that say that, of course, that luck, for example, like each point in luck gives you like 4 on all of the skills basically, but it's an invisible one that you cannot see and stuff that. But for example, if you have the maximum luck here, that doesn't contribute the skills past 100, so it won't be any improvement in those skills and stuff that. But yeah, and the best thing is, of course, that you can get the ones that on the armor gives you what is it, 45 Magica, because I believe it would be by 50 points and stuff that, you know. And having a large magic pool is, of course, very, very important and stuff that, yeah. So yeah, you can use it here and do this forever and ever and ever, you know, and stuff that, and it's, you know, pretty good. I don't want to go do too long, for example, but yeah, so I have some other Brucev stuff here. I didn't pay off those bandits, for example, so I did give away the other 2 parts. I gave away, what is it, the sword, and there's another part that you gave away. It is, yeah, the sword and the craze. Now I forgot exactly right because you give them to bandits, right? But I'm pretty certain that you can somehow get them back and stuff that, because I'm pretty certain that those bandits actually hang out somewhere and stuff that. But it's really, really weird that that's like not an option and stuff that. But yeah, so you know, this lights it. I believe that this is just a recolor of like glass armor, right? Like this is actually glass armor. The Brucev stuff are actually all glass, I believe, and stuff that, yeah. So those are of course useful. So that, and there's of course the heavy raiment of weather. I kept my wrist irons because the wrist irons you can actually enchant them. Wrist irons doesn't count as an armor piece, if I remember correctly. Although they do take up, I think they do take up the gauntlet slot, if I'm not mistaken, actually, and stuff like that, yes. Should I do something else? That, but I want to see actually what the next quest is here. Because I'm currently working on doing the Warriors guild stuff. So that. I could, of course, I thought about like spending just the time to get conjuration up, like up to 100 and stuff like that, because it wouldn't take super long. It would allow me to have like a bigger mana pool, or bigger magic pool rather, and stuff like that, yeah. Anyway, we need to go to Coral. Yeah, Coral. Oh, keep in mind that while shops do update like every what is it, 3 days or whatever it is. So basically every, what is it, 24, 48, and then it's, yeah, it's basically, I don't know what the next one was, but yeah. One thing to remember, if you see, for example, if you see your stats being lower, for example, if you see your stats being lower here, for example, and then you check, for example, Magic, so that you see check the active effects and there's nothing here, then that means that it's not from like a disease or something. That just means that someone have caused a medical effect on you that's basically like permanent and stuff like that. And then you need to actually go down into the, or basically, I don't remember if they count as a disease that you just can't see them, whatever, but you basically need to go in there and touch the middle one and stuff like that to get rid of those effects and stuff like that, for example. Like for the longest time, even when I had, for example, when I had intelligence at 70, my intelligence was down like 35 and stuff like that, which meant that my magic pool was a lot less than it should be and stuff like that. So yeah, that's very important. Right, so
please go ahead.
Wait, this is the wrong one, huh? I don't want to go to his house, god damn it. Let's just do this then. Okay, now he should be at the Guild Hall. Yeah, and being able to sprint like this is also a very, very good way to raise the thing. Yeah.
Hello.
Right, let me actually check here. So, yeah, so it's on 10 now. Good. Yeah,
I heard that the Countess is quite...
It's my pleasure. I've got another job for you, slightly off the record. You'll be going on... You're to accompany him and make sure he succeeds. Velena Coddle... His mother's... and not a word. We got the Velena Danton's eldest son. Good man. If you're smart, you'll steer clear of the subject around the Guildmaster. Perhaps you and... Time's wasting.
Basically, this is the display case that you do it on. Basically, the one that this is the one that's hard locked. Basically, for example, so that. But there are more ones that are like hard lockers. But these are very hard, for example. But if you, for example, have already opened this, then there's also some hard locks up here somewhere. I think it's on the next floor here.
Seems handy enough.
Maybe certain there was some other ones here that were somewhere. Yeah, these two are hard as well, as you can see. So there's this one. So you move over here, and then you just press the set tumbler button, which is the X button, and you smash that over and over. And then you can do the same one on that one, basically, and stuff. That's yeah.
Excellent. Good day.
I've always been happy with the weapons I bought there. I've heard others.
Good day. My son? Yes, it's quite odd. Also, he's very odd.
Say
Bye.
What's the news from the other part?
I got no quest there, actually. Yeah, because, yeah, I know about that quest. That's the one where you find this, basically his twin or his brother or whatever it is.
I'm not much of a rider. I've heard others swear.
I'm not much of a writer, but I have others swear about a book that's called Bookie Book. Well, let me actually show you here without the helmet, by the way. Yeah, look at this absolute NAPPA. And stuff that I know that one of the mustaches might have been like more accurate and stuff that, but yeah. Oh, and yes, and keep in mind that NAPPA actually did used to have hair back in the day and stuff. That's yeah. I should probably maybe have a healing spell actually that is. Maybe I should have made an actual healing spell that is like heal on like the target instead of healing like on self. Because my holy light is on self and my greater flash of light is on self and yeah and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, although skeleton nap, I should be able to keep it safe and stuff like that because I think that it's smart enough. So yes.
Greetings, guildmate. A mission? But she's the guildmaster. Certainly she... No, you're right. I'm sorry, it's just that I haven't been given many... You must... Yes, I'm sure our mother... I'm with you.
Yeah, so he's wearing full steel. So yes, a shield at least. That's good.
Hello, I don't think we've... Likewise, I'm always glad to meet some... My mother owns I heard there is a good smith. Take care.
Okay, that was weird. His friend will like, hey, have you heard about my shop? And I'm pretty certain that that character doesn't even live in that house. Maybe that's a servant actually. That could be it as well. So let's see here. So maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of my magical axe that I had before. Because I'm pretty certain that the thing that allowed me to damage a certain type of undead in a certain cave for the previous quest. The only thing that allowed me to damage the lich, I think, was because of the fact that I had like a magical axe and stuff like that. Even when it doesn't have any charges, it still gives you that effect. So that's yeah. For scrag, spider, yeah, boom. Right. Yes. All the volumes on maximum. Quality data 75, 75, that's the default basic on those. But quality is not the default, it's a non-performance first, but I recommend like quality and stuff like that, you know. If you can, stuff that's yeah. Of course I'm using silly Minotaur. Or Minotaur Lord even. Oh my silly skeleton. Right, so magic. I used to use regular holy light instead of the other one. The more powerful one. Of course, the more powerful one is of course 84. Man, I'm making it not particular or 84 magic, yeah. Making it not super effective. So that because there's the whole balancing of like, okay, like how much magic do you actually want a spell to cast? But keep in mind, right, for example, like if you want it to be cheaper, then you can cast a spell that still heals you over time. For example, if you would put it like 48 health, but over like 3 seconds or whatever, like then that would make the spell a lot cheaper actually and stuff like that, and then you can stack, I believe. This can of course be a good way to use the so it should be Minotaur horns, which can for high endurance course. Yes. I thought about also making a feather spell use so we can carry out more stuff and stuff there because yes, it maxes out at 500 there, which is a bit low, because you can reach 500 very, very quick. So. combat. With a bear.
Let's get this over with.
And we have to make sure that he does that. But there's, for example, a bug that I believe always almost happens on the very or on one of the earlier Black Warrior Guild quests that you can do. Basically, there's a bug that happens. So that makes so that basically, because I'm pretty certain, because basically I went back into the cave after I done the mission, and then I couldn't find the corpse of the character that supposedly died and stuff that. I don't know what happened, if the character like fell out of the map or whatever, right? Or if it's that person tries to return to town and then because I fast traveled to town, he died on the way or something like that. I don't know, man. Because the other characters do stay in town. So let's see what type of cave this is. Is it going to be undead or is it going to be monsters? What happened to Galtus Previa? Yeah, okay. Actually, we should probably cast Skeleton NAPPA here. With this map with XP, you know that's just skill on self, yeah. Come on, don't rush in, goddammit. Okay. Let me tank. Okay, holy... Huh? Okay. Why doesn't he stop? Goddammit.
Supposed to be impressed.
The question is, does he get back health if I like wait and stuff that? Does he get back health from that? I kind of wish that I could see what his health is actually. Make sure we're safe. I don't know if the skeleton is really doing that much. I know it would be doing a lot more on like high difficulties and stuff that because of the way the scaling works. Okay, nothing there. Mushrooms. Greaves of well-being. Ooh, light armor. So that's Mithril, right? Yeah, that's Mithril. I'm 100% certain that's Mithril. So that's, yeah, that's actually pretty good. Strength, endurance, luck. Buy it. Yeah, that's Mithril. That's not bad. Alright, that's where I came from, so set forward. This is the more expensive healing spell, right? Correct. Yeah, great flash white. For 82. One up there is the chest up here, yes there is. Poison of might, ooh. Just awesome, okay. Not that great. Chamber of the Titans. The last Titan, whoa. Okay, you're a ogre. That's interesting. No. Why did you do that? That's like, why did he rush in past me and then like go and aggro the other one? Come on, skeleton NAPPA. Hank. They're very interesting sounds actually.
What's the matter?
Holy, no, not holy light. What is great flash of light?
Getting tired?
Ogre teeth. Ogre teeth. 2, 3. Pretty nice.
We must find. He's got. I'm with you.
So I cannot wait enemies in the quest. Right, let's actually change into the other spell one. Skeleton NAPPA. Sometimes it works, especially if you're doing like, and you need to keep them alive and stuff that, you know. You can see there that I'm keeping one save, for example, like, you should always do it on every single one of your character, always keep a save directly black before you exit the sewer and stuff like that, so yeah, you know. And yeah, I am gonna try and go for all the, like, the achievements and stuff like that in this game and stuff like that, so yeah. Or trophies rather, because achievements is what it was back on the 360 and stuff like that, so yes. So, for example, I'm Grand Champion in the arena, fighting skill is Protector. I know I could have used like join the like both the major skill and like the Dark Brotherhood, and that would be pretty simple. But there is a certain gear piece that supposedly you cannot use after you have like committed crimes or whatever, right? But I don't know if it's just that your fame needs to be higher than a certain other thing, but yeah. So is this the... That's just no recap, okay? That's no recap, and what's this one? Is this also... It's also no caverns, but that might be a different area? There's something over here at least. Oh wait, there is something over here. Oh, he's very low in his health. He's good. Oh, he's just unconscious. Okay. Should actually was worried for nothing there basically. He can only be knocked out. Should actually repair also. Fat, so fat. Okay, holy light, great flashlight. I know you can use call spells, certain things, so they go up to the very top and stuff that, you know. But yeah, and then we equip Skeleton NAPPA again, and we my repair hammers. Okay, what is my repair now at? Because I know that I'm getting close to having 75. Yeah, 2 more points. Because then I can get more protectiveness. Protectiveness. Wait, when missing by this and ogre up there. Let me see ogre. It's cool. Okay. Nice. Graves of the Sun. Oh, those are pretty good if I remember correctly. That's still... No, that's actually heavy armor. Right, so those doesn't even have charges. Resist fire on self. Okay, so you resist fire, but you're weak to frost. Okay. It's actually pretty good because I don't have Ebony Grease yet. That's just an armor. I will take more frost damage with that though. I mean, hey, even if I'm weaker to frost, my kind of thing offsets it a bit. If I remember correctly, so yeah. So the well-being I will probably keep to when I'm gonna try and level up like light armor and stuff that as well, you know, stuff that, so yeah. Alright, so. Right, there you are. What's my skeleton? Where's the combat, huh? Yeah, there's something far over there. There's another troll at least. But that's weird. I got combat from that far away actually. Okay. Okay. Just do that.
We must find. I'm with you.
Jävla som någon av Nappa. Nappa skeleton. Actually. Okay. He can only get in punches actually. Kinda wish that you could equip a Odin fan with things. Okay, there he is. Okay, and he has a broken shield. Oh yeah, that kinda looks like that mercenary company. They're like the Black Watch or whatever they call it, I think it is. Right. Can we attack now? Yes. Nothing else here? Oh, there's a chest. Okay. I don't think I need to bring the rest of the stuff here.
We should get back to Orain. Dead. Be seeing you.
Okay. Let's go. Was there anything else here? Because I think we came from downstairs, correct, right? Okay, there's nothing else here. Unless there's sneaky hidden passage. I think there might be a way around to actually get to some other stuff here. There you are, sure. Oh, yes. See something. I'm not horse. Swing I'm not bothering with like using the shield and stuff. That's it. Oh, that's a bit scary.
You'll never take me down!
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, not that good though, because it's a lot weaker than the anything but more stuff to repair. Yeah, I'm guessing there's gonna be more stuff here. Yeah, that's what we saw from the other thing. Oops, my bad. I pressed the toilet was down. It doesn't really matter because you don't know time just go down when you have it on 100 anyway, so there's Pat there. There's that there, okay. That's just on the other side, and there's flowing leaves. Oh, so that's 45 acrobatics, and that's I like them, okay. Okay, so that's glass. Acrobatics by 10 is not bad actually. Because I believe that there are certain stats that will go over 100 and where it's actually helpful. About 100, you know, so that's yeah. Right, and that we opened. Packs everywhere, man. And that just takes us back there. I know I could just open the map and hope. Okay, so that's where the Minotaurs were. Okay. That's where the Minotaurs were. They were right, and we didn't go there. We came from. No, we did not come from here. Here's another one. Only gold there. Okay, so that's the other dead end. Okay. Good. Okay, I think that's going to be everything. Also, there was another way in here. Yeah. So there was another entrance. So let's open the map though. Nope. There was an entrance directly north to it, so we could have, like, for example, entered there first if we want to have an easier time and stuff, yes. Let's save. Yeah, the rest of it is on a 69. So that, so keep in mind, right, as your level goes up higher, it will like require less and less like magic and stuff like that, but yeah. Sneeze. There's an ogre there. Now, one thing you can do is, of course, is you could use create, for example, you could use create a very good black sneak spell. For example, it's something you can do. Or, like, I do have some potions. I think I didn't sell those potions, what do you call them, I should have some here. I think, yeah, invisibility, but it's only 15 seconds. But you can, of course, link several ones. at the same time, and then you basically can lengthen the duration. So that's yes. Right, to move on to cast skeleton nappa. Go skeleton nappa. Right, and then switch over to great flashlight. So that's damage intelligence, resist paralysis and shock damage. Yeah, so if you drink, for example, potions, if you put potions, you know, of course it works. And so let me see. Okay, so that would be normal cam. Yeah, that's where we entered. And that's a funny thing that I noticed that was happening when I was sprinting like inside a cave, that my character kind of grew bigger. Like the character didn't look bigger, but it made it so that, for example, that I noticed that I was clipping like through doors and stuff that, you know, which was pretty funny and stuff that. So, yeah. Now, of course, I already know what my next character is going to be. Obviously, I'm going to make VEGETA next and stuff like that. Now, VEGETA is going to be quite different. I don't know if his focus should be sneak or if his focus should be on like more basic. If it should be like magic instead of like stealth and stuff like that. Because I choose combat on this character and stuff like that. You know, yeah. But for example, when it comes to, for example, if you go in here, for example, and you check, for example, here, if you check combat skills, it's blade, blunt, hand to hand, block, armor air, heavy armor, athletics. And so the combat skills, when you choose them, when you choose combat as your thing, so of course that makes it so that all the combat skills starts with, what is it? Is it 5 plus they each get, or is it 10 plus? Whatever, or maybe it's just that they blaze faster and so that, but yeah. For example, magic skills are all the magic ones, so destruction, restoration, conjuration, illusion, alteration, mysticism, alchemy. Alchemy counts there as well, which is pretty interesting. Instead, let's go marksman, which is our bows, sneak, light armor, acrobatics, security, and mercantile, and spacecraft. And I don't know why those have to do with like stealth and stuff like that. Like it feels like weird, but it kind of makes sense, you know, stuff like that. But I would have definitely probably introduced a fourth category and stuff like that, you know, rather than use these, because basically you would remove acrobatics. You would remove acrobatics from stealth, and you would from combat. You would remove athletics from stuff that instead. The same thing which you would remove alchemy from magic, and then you would have like a fourth one instead, for example, in my opinion at least, for example. So that makes sense with the marksman, because you're of course sniping with the bow. Sneak makes sense. Light armor kinda makes sense as a stealth skill, of course, because obviously, you know, stuff that, but yeah. Security makes sense. But there's some so speedcraft, mercantile, speedcraft, mercantile, acrobatics, athletics, and what is it? Alchemy, right? Alchemy, yeah. Those could be build a new category that would have like 5 in it and stuff. That's yes. Of course, that means that combat would only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magic would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And stealth would have 1, 2, 3, 4, Yeah, there will only be 4 in the stealth category. So there will be 4 in the stealth category, and then there will be 5 in the new category that will cover the acrobatics, athletics, mercantile, speedcraft, and then alchemy. So that. Because I think that will make it like a lot more sense and stuff like that, just because, you know, like it never felt any sense that, for example, like, okay, what does acrobatics have to do with stealth? I can understand that, oh yeah, you need to sneak away, you need to get away, you need to basically escape. And then acrobatic kind of makes sense from that whole thing of being like, oh, you're escaping, but mercantile, like, what does it have to do with shopping and stuff like that? Being like, oh, I'm such a stealthy shopper, or like speedcraft. You know, but yeah. I'm just saying, you know, stuff that, like, it will make sense, you know, if they would do something like that, but yeah. I didn't mean to actually record for a full hour here, but, you know, might as well. Do we just put those good stuff used in our chest, or do we just sell them? And stuff that, like flowing greaves, greaves of well-being. So that, like, do we just sell them? Or do we keep some of them? That's the question. Repair hammer. Okay. Okay, where's the... There it is.
You're back. Dead. Let me see that.
And I already know what that shield is, the symbol, because you can actually go inside the black watch like place where the mercenaries are, and there's basically like a shield that you can loot there, and that shield is comparable to, what is it, dwarven or orcish, that shield in terms of like its armor value and stuff that. So
Nothing we need to talk about now. I'll pay Varanus for his contract. This is for you. Who? I'm going to need you to find... That's right. The little vermin has defaulted on... Wish I knew what happened. He hasn't reported... Stop staring at me. Let's get to work.
okay. Yeah, so you gave me a dagger over blaze. Ooh. Actually, that's not half bad. That's also for, like, that counts as being a short sword, so that will actually go up in damage from the agility stat. Yeah, agility, dagger, short sword, and bows. How many shards is this? 47 shards. That's not the greatest, really. It's 47 shards, but I mean, that's a lot of damage with that. That doesn't weigh much at all, but yeah.
Greetings to you.
What's the weight am I at?
Good to
Okay.
see you. That Honditar sure knows.
We still need to sell stuff, actually.
Good to see you. What? Have you ever bought a horse from Banga?
Have you ever bought a horse?
So I've heard.
Fire amps. Okay. Hopefully it's not. Okay, so
Hello. The only... But if...
okay.
I can show you some new
Might have
things.
some. Okay.
I'm going... You'll need to... Nice. Take your time.
Okay.
Perhaps you need new armor. A weapon. I have a large selection of both.
Okay, so you have lots of random stuff. Helmet, sword, iron stuff, Orkishilokos. You are 45 armor, 45 strength. That's gauntlets, heavy. And that's just iron, so that's great. Okay, don't sell that. Let's actually check here first. So sell a little more hammer at least. Sell glass arrows. So that's greaves. I mean, these greaves are technically worse, these greaves. But that gives you way more fortified stuff. But, I mean, I feel like we should just sell them because we used to have chance to find like better stuff. You know. Okay. I'm keeping my greaves of the sun though. And we're keeping the dagger on blaze. So that made us get some cash. Nothing here we want to sell. Potion of might, potion of kill poison. Right. Rubies. Floor diamond. Bear pellet.
You've made a good bit of gold. Tell your friends about me. Take care.
Okay. So now we need to go where? We need to, because it became like the question has more unfinished business. Bravo. Bravo is over here. Yeah. More unfinished business. Okay. And yeah, we're getting pretty close on leveling up again. You're actually saying that. Of course, you don't need to power level stuff. You can actually power level all the stats up to like the maximum, even at level 1. But basically, if you know what you're doing and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I really like how good the effects are though, and stuff like that. Like when things are like raining and stuff like this. So. Okay, so you don't find out anything about what it is that you need to be exactly. So he won't swap on the map here. Nope. I'm guessing he's probably inside Fighter Guild, maybe. I think that's what happened last time, that he was inside.
Well met. Maglia, I think I've seen. Be seeing
Long the suitor's lodge. That's good. He just go to Fighter Guild and be like, hey, where is this fucking dumbass? And I know that this was gonna happen. Now the question is, right, if you tell him that he failed the thing, basically because I was like nice to him because he needed to feed his family, and I know that whole being nice to him bites you in the ass like later on and stuff like that. So, keep in mind, one thing that you can do, for example, is that I wish there would have been like more like trophies to the game and stuff like that, like at least more than in the original game and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, that's something they could have done. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy this, and I will see you all next time and stuff like that. So yeah, you know. And I will of course upload this stuff that, like, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be uploading it and stuff that, you know. We will see and stuff that, because I will have to exit out of the game basically and stuff that in order to upload this and stuff that, you know. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll see you all next time.